Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I start up my alpha coverage of Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's by Owlcat Games, and it's going to go from alpha to beta around the first quarter of 2018, and then they're trying to get it released sometime during the summer of 2018. The game looks fantastic from everything I've been able to gather, see, and experience, which hasn't been any first-hand experience, mind you. But I heard about this game way back in July of 2017, and I kept my ear to the ground, my eyes open, but I didn't actively go looking for it. I was just waiting to hear news about it, because I do get a lot of game news. Developers and publishers and things reach out to me, and a lot of PR firms do the same. So generally I get to hear about games before they're really ready for anything. This one, the Colonel was already covering. I'm like, how did you do that? Anyway, long story short, he gave me info. He asked them to contact me if they were interested in working with me, and they did. So great. We're here. I'm ready. I'm eager. I'm really excited to cover this. And I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to hop in and we're going to do it anyway. So enjoy. I'll have all the relevant links down below that I can find information-wise about the game and all the stuff that I can, so you guys can, check it out. Maybe pre-order it off their website. It's going to be great, guys and gals. I can almost promise you that. Or at least I'm really, really going to enjoy it. Alright, we get to select our character. We have 3 choices. We have Arms Foldy McGee. We have Rapier Miguel, I don't know. And we have Dagger Boy with bow and arrow and stuff. Well, that's interesting, because there's not a lot of information here other than the 3 pictures. Alright, well, we're going to go with the first person. Why not? Let's do it. Bowman McGee. I hit OK, I think. I think it's loading. It is! The Stolen Lands. Did you know that the rogue can use sneak attack to inflict additional damage? I did not know that until I read that, but now I know that. I haven't actually got to play the game at all yet, guys and gals, so I'm pretty stoked. This is my first hands-on experience. It's going to be along the same lines as stuff like Pillars of Eternity, Tyranny, things of that nature. I do say along the same lines, but this is different. Surprise! F. And our levels, okay, interesting. Character level, okay. And apparently we're going to create our new character. And oh boy howdy, there are a lot of classes. And these are not implemented, I'm assuming? Yes, they seem to not be implemented. Maybe they're like prestige classes or something. So we have an alchemist. Oh, it doesn't really give us a synopsis of the class. It just shows us some stuff. Favorite class bonus, hit points. Character gains additional hit points every level he gains in his favorite class. Interesting. Alchemist proficiencies. Alchemists are proficient with all simple weapons and bombs. They are also proficient with light armor, but not with shields. Mutagen. At first level, the alchemist discovers how to create mutagen that he can imbibe in order to heighten his physical prowess at the cost of his personality. That sounds awful. It's a standard action to drink a mutagen. Upon being imbibed, the mutagen causes the alchemist to grow bulkier and more bestial, granting him a +2 natural armor bonus and a +4 alchemical bonus to the selected ability score for 10 minutes per alchemist level. In addition, while the mutagen is in effect, the alchemist takes a -2 penalty to one of his mental ability scores. If the mutagen enhances his strength, it applies the penalty to his intelligence. If it enhances his dexterity, it applies the penalty to his wisdom. If it enhances his constitution, say goodbye to charisma. And finally, throw anything. You receive a +1 circumstance bonus on attack rolls made with thrown splash weapons. Well, that's a lot of information. That doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense. That makes some. They make some. In addition to magical extracts, alchemists are adept at swiftly mixing various volatile chemicals and fusing them with their magical reserves to create powerful bombs that they can hurl at their enemies. An alchemist can use a number of bombs each day equal to his class level plus his intelligence modifier. Thrown bombs have a range of 20 feet and use the throw splash weapon special attack. Bombs are considered weapons and can be selected using feats such as point-blank shot and weapon focus. On a direct hit, an alchemist's bomb inflicts 1d6 points of fire damage plus additional damage equal to the alchemist's intelligence modifier. The damage of an alchemist's bomb increases by 1d6 points at every odd-numbered alchemist level. This bonus damage is not multiplied on a critical hit or by using feats such as Vital Strike. Splash damage from an alchemist bomb is always equal to the bomb's minimum damage, so the bomb would deal 2d6 plus 4 points of fire damage on a direct hit. Its splash damage would be 6 points of fire damage. Yeah, that makes sense. Those caught in the splash damage can attempt a reflex save for half damage. The DC of this save is equal to 10 plus 1/2 the alchemist's level plus the alchemist's intelligence modifier. Boy, that's a lot of information that I won't remember at all. And I can right-click for more information. What? Oh no, that's literally the same. Cool, I don't have to hover over it though. That's neat. So it didn't work for this one. Okay, so it just brings it up so I don't have to keep my mouse in position. Wow, there is a lot to this game already, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet. Can I back up? Can I not do this? Oh dear God, what have I done? Can I unalchemist? Oh, you just change, okay. Even though it's kind of like darkish grayed out over here, you just click on each one. Okay, that makes sense. The Barbarian. I'm going to probably just pick a character. It is alpha stages, guys and gals. I'll go into a bit more detail and a bit more in depth once we do start official coverage of the game. So I just wanted to read one class all the way through. I'm not going to play the Alchemist, though that is an interesting class. I'm a bit curious as to, we got Rage. I just want to see kind of the proficiencies. Light, medium, and shields, all simple and martial weapons. Can't use tower shields, and we can't use heavy armor. Do we have a warrior? We have a fighter. It's close, right? Let's see. Simple, martial weapons, and all armor, heavy, light, and medium shields, including tower shields. The Inquisitor. He's got judgment. That's interesting. Stern gaze. Interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably play as a ranger. I don't play as a lot of ranged characters. So I'm going to play as a ranger this time around, and once we do officially cover the game, I'll probably pick something else, like maybe some sort of magic user or something along those lines. Recently I played stuff like a paladin. I'm going to be playing a druid and another thing fairly soon, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to try to mix it up a bit and have kind of a more wider range of characters and things I'm going to play. So let's see here. Ranger proficiencies, all simple and martial weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields except tower shields. That's fine. Favorite class bonus hit points, and favorite enemy. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know the exact details of it all. It's all right there for you guys to read if you want, but we'll make it work. Okay. I think we're going to move on to the next. It makes sense, too. We have a bow. I mean, ranger, it fits. It works. Okay, so as a ranger, the character's class is one of his most defining features. It's the source of most of his abilities and gives him a specific role in any adventuring party. Size medium? What does that mean? Can I change that? Speed, medium, range? I don't know. It's fine. So, strength. Does it say fighters, monks, paladins, and some rangers? Physical powers engage in hand-to-hand. Okay. Dexterity is going to be for ranged weapons, I assume. Sorry, dexterity measures agility, reflexes, and balance. Ability most important for rogues. It's also light and medium armor or no armor at all. So you can excel in ranged weapons. Okay, so definitely going to want to max this bad boy out. Okay, constitution is usually health. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to go with... What did I just do? Oh, race bonus. Oh, I can choose the race bonus. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't remember being able to choose my race. I suppose that's a thing that we'll get down the road. So we can actually... Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Alright, we're going to go with... I'll say 14 points. Now, what does wisdom do? I'm just going to scan read over this stuff, guys and gals. I do apologize. Looks like clerics, druids, and rangers get bonus spells based on their wisdom scores. I don't know how much that's going to come into play. And how many points do we have? We have 1 point left. And what about... I don't care about charisma usually. Life force. Yeah, why not? Let's just do it this way. It's probably the wrong choice. Probably. I'm never very good at, like, character creation and mastering things and min-maxing and making it good. So be aware that my choices are almost always the wrong ones. But I'll still usually manage to squeak my way through and win. Usually. At least survive. So we'll see here. Alright, what do we have? We have mobility. Skill represents the character's talent for balance and coordination, including aerial maneuvers, gymnastics, and tumbling. You apply your character's mobility skill to checks required for. Move near opponents without provoking attacks of opportunity. Keep your balance. Escape from restraints. Execute flying maneuvers. Riding mounts. What? Soften falls. Squeeze through a tight spot. Persuasion. Nope. Trickery. No. Maybe stealth? Maybe I'll do 1 point in stealth. Looks like I already have some points in this. We'll do 1 point in the mobility as well. And it looks like trickery, so let's just go with the 3 that we already had some points in. I mean, makes sense, right? Max value is 1. I don't even know what that means. Next! We get to choose our abilities. We have 2 feats and a favorite enemy. Alright, now again, guys and gals, I imagine all of these are going to have little like thumbnails, little pictures and stuff. This is an early alpha session of the game, so if you're like, what is all this stuff? It doesn't make sense, it doesn't look good, it looks... Whatever the case is, whatever your thoughts are, this is a basic, just like, template that they're using. So it will improve as the game moves on. Chances are most of the stuff will be replaced by the time it even goes into beta. So if you don't like the way it looks, it's probably going to change as time goes on. So just be aware. Just be aware. We're just having a little bit of fun way ahead of schedule. It's going to be great. Alright, alertness. Get a +2 bonus on perception skill checks. Oh, armor focus. AC bonus. Oh, that's interesting. I think I'll probably go with leather armor. But I don't know if I'm going to do that right away. Oh my gosh, there's so many. What are combat reflexes? You make a number of additional attacks of opportunity per round equal to your dexterity bonus. That would be great if I was like melee fighting, but deadly aim. You can choose to take a -1 penalty on all ranged attack rolls to gain a +2 bonus on all ranged damage rolls. When your base attack bonus reaches +4 and every +4 thereafter, the penalty increases by -1 and the bonus to damage increases by +2. You must choose to use this feat before making an attack roll, and its effect lasts until your next turn. Turn? The bonus damage does not apply to touch attacks or effects that... That's interesting. I don't know that I necessarily like that, though. Let's see what else we got. Create fortitude, improve initiative, maybe? Your quick reflexes allow you to react rapidly to danger. You get a +4 bonus on initiative checks, maybe. Lightning reflexes on reflex saving. Meta magic point blank shot. That one I do want. Rapid shot. When making a full attack action with a ranged weapon, you can fire 1 additional time this round at your highest bonus. All of your attack rolls have a -2 penalty. You'll have to forgive me while I do some looking around here. Stealthy. All acrobatic and stealth skill checks. Yeah, interesting. Oh, it looks like we can... Ooh, weapon focus. Do we get something like a longbow? We do. Is there anything beyond the longbow, though? Because that's going to be what I would assume that I'm going to... Like a short bow, a longbow, and then there's what, crossbows? I'm just going to scroll through just to see if there's anything that I missed bow-wise. Does that say a tentacle? What? That's weird. Short bow, long bow, light crossbow, heavy crossbow. There's no like composite bow or anything, or composite bow, however that people like to say it. Oh, sorry, I did that, and I gotta get point blank shot back. Should be simplistic enough, or simple enough for us to do that precise strike. Remember, you and an ally who also has this feat are flanking the same creature. Interesting. And finally, our favorite enemy. There are a lot of different enemies. I'm gonna say monstrous humanoids. Reptilian humanoids. Undead. Man, that is a tough call. I'm gonna say animals. We'll start with animals. Let's go with next. And we get to choose a name. We're gonna be called... Oh, I have a new thing that I'm going to be doing, guys and gals. I'll explain this later in the other video, my blog video that I'm going to try to do on Monday. But I have a new thing, and I finally figured out what to name my people, my followers, subscribers, or what have you here at the Freak Show. And again, we'll reveal all of that on Monday. Hopefully Monday, maybe Tuesday. Somewhere in that range. But let's see here. We're going to call you... Alright, we're going to call you Wally Ali. Wally Ali, that is going to be it. What is this stuff? Choose an alignment. Oh, cool. Let's see. Lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, chaotic neutral, true neutral, lawful neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, and chaotic evil. Chaotic neutral? Seems more like something I would do. Introduction. What is a human being? An animal who loves stories. That's what my mentor at the Academy of Grand Arts, Honorable Eobald the Insightful, used to say. Our world is made not of rivers and mountains, forests and cities, but of countless stories. That's why the work of bards is so important, for we find, keep, and tell those stories. Truth be told, I never did graduate the Academy, just because I wrote a limerick about the king. But never mind! Being a bard is not about the graduating. It's a high calling. A real bard's place is not within the school walls, but out here, wherever the living history is made. To prove that, I've started the book, which you, O my reader, are holding in your hands. Here I'll record the most amazing story the whole of Golarion has ever heard. My name is Lindsay. Really? Lindsay? Sorry. I'll add some fancy nickname later. And my path leads me to the Stolen Lands. This is a mysterious and dangerous area. Time and again it has attracted various heroes who tried to get honor and fame, but mostly found only inglorious deaths. I don't know yet how the story will end, for it has just started, and I'll write down everything I witness without keeping anything back. So follow me, my esteemed reader. Follow me to the Stolen Lands. Lindsay. Gotta come up with some fancy nickname here. Continue. The Stolen Lands. These lands belong to no one, but are a headache to everyone. They're little more than a strip of disputed territories connected by mile after mile of bad roads, teeming with bandits and monsters along the way. Sorry, the entire way. And this is where our small party is headed, led by an audacious but still unknown hero. The Brevik Sword Lords sent us to reinforce some semblance of order in these parts, and we're to start by defeating a gang of bandits led by a leader calling himself the Stag Lord. The rewards for success includes a barony and the right to rule the freed lands. The punishment for failure, ignominious death. Ignominious death. But the path of greatness starts with small steps. Our first order of business is to ensure the safety of a trading post belonging to one Oleg Leviton. Aren't we just adorable? We have a... Oh, this, I love it. It's the graphical... it's so good. Okay, I'm getting my bearings, so you can hold the middle mouse button, move around. Can we rotate the camera at all? No, we can rotate our party. Whee! Sorry, I like this. I like it so very much. Alright, there's Wally Ali, our boy. We have Amiri. We have Valerie, and we have Lindsay, the bard. She's a little person bard. What, is she a hobbit? What is she? Halfling, maybe? Probably. Definitely. Not necessarily, but maybe, possibly. Halfling. Chaotic good. Okay. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately, I would like just slightly further zoom back, but this is fine. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, what's going on? Save yourselves, fools! Alright, well, I guess we should go this way. What's going on here? In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money, and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood, too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours? You come here, squeeze us dry, and Oleg, a large man with a round face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be guests from Rostov. Uh-huh, what's going on here, neutral good? I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man. Be on your way, and I'll let you go in peace. There's no need for words. To arms. Retreat! We're too few to fight. Let's call for help from the camp. No way. Just means we can rob a few idiots instead of just one. To arms, everyone! Is this turn-based? Please tell me it's... Well, at least there's a tactical pause. It's been a while since I got to have a tactical pause. I missed it. I was hoping maybe it was turn-based, but even if not, that's okay. Because they did say something about combat initiative, and I'm curious as to how that works out. Wow, Wally Ali, you took a lot of hate immediately. Valerie, why don't you do Valerie things to that person? Wally Ali, why don't you come over here, buddy? Why don't you go ahead and shoot that person as well? And I don't know what to do with you, but we're going to do stuff like this. Wally Ali, why don't you turn an attack, friend? Yeah! Get him! Oh, dang! Did you see? That dude just shot him with a crossbow. He's like, what's up, man? Get wrecked. How do we... Tab, okay. Treasure! We got ourselves a short sword and some leather armor. And it looks like we can loot some more stuff. Collect all. Spacebar, nope. E, F? Is there a collect all button? Doesn't look like it. I feel like there should have been one more that we killed. She's fatigued. Why is she fatigued? What does that even mean? Well, it could be a little bit more descriptive, but again, that'll all come in time. Artificial intelligence. Okay, I guess we talked to Oleg. The stolen lands. Go to the trading post. Protect the trading post. Take that, you scoundrels! Oleg shakes his fist, but now he scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl got away, a plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? He sighs heavily. If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. You have to remember, guys and gals, I did play HOM 6 and HOM 7. And in HOM 7, she was Svetlana. In HOM 6, she was Sveltana. I don't get it either. It's fine. I think it was always supposed to be Svetlana. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, moving on. He noticed a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. Svetlana Levitin. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were all right. One looks over at her husband tenderly. If with a hint of sorrow, Oleg mumbles something as he looks away, embarrassed. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcome. Wait for the attack. I'm prepared for the attack, and get in your positions and wait. Let's get to the point. You say that bandits are going to attack again. Who are they, and when will they arrive? Tell me more about yourselves. Oleg shifts uncomfortably. Surely there are more important things to discuss. Well, all right. We're just honest people who came here from Rostov. We fixed up the old fort to house travelers and give merchants a place to trade with the locals. We also deal with the occasional huntsman in the area. What does any of that matter? When those bandits come back, they'll either drain us dry or they'll just kill us. Okay, I saw someone run out of the trading post. Do you know who it was? Ah, that must have been Bakken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit. But he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area, and how they can help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. Alright, well, let's get to the point. You say they're coming? And when will they arrive? Who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut, and you just stirred them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in a half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. Tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there? What do they want? What do they want? Those bloodsuckers think that they own this land. They come, they take what they want, and they steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gate so we couldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 comes. Sometimes it's a whole gang. I'd have shown them what for long ago, if not for Svetlana. They claimed they were collecting taxes? Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. The Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders, as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishments for treason, even those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They killed fast if they're lucky. If not, Oleg looks to Svetlana. Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Svetlana lowers her head. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Adovin from Nisroch, I got nothing, come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. Okay, they claim they were collecting taxes, neutral evil. The safety of your post may have been one of the conditions Jamandi Eldori placed on granting me barony over the stolen lands, but she said nothing about having to listen to your whining. Or lawful good. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. Hey, I made a lawful good action. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Levitin is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. Now, we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for battle. There are some pretty solid traps around. Some tar and a box of alchemist fire, looks like. Okay, alchemist fire. Well, we could put it by the gate and light it with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. But that could set the post on fire, Oleg shouts, surprised. Well, maybe if we cover the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a bow back in my day. I'm going to look around. Think of the best way to use the tar and the traps. Alright, as soon as you're finished, let us know. And don't leave the post. The bandits could return at any time. Alright, well, technically, we could probably just break off the episode here, but I'd like to do a little bit more if I could. Hey, Bakken's come back. It looks like maybe we can level up too. That's in, we can multi-class? Is that a thing? No, it's not a thing. I'm like, what? Oh, it is a thing. Well, we can't multitask or multi-class everything. So being a ranger excludes us from a stalwart defender and arcane trickster because they're probably not in the game, or their prestige classes. It also excludes us or our what's it called? Our alignment, you know, the chaotic neutral might exclude us from being a paladin or a monk. Could be that. Well, that's interesting. You can really multi-class however you want. That's really interesting. I'm going to go probably a pure class for a while, and we'll see. What is this? Ranger style feat. Combat style pursuit. The choice depends on APG. Interesting. Okay. Go to skills, or dexterity. Oh no, we're going over here. I'm going over here. We're going to go with another point into mobility. A little bit into stealth. And I kind of want to go with athletics. Perception. I mean, we have a few things going our way. Maybe a little bit of lore. I don't know. Let's just go with the same 3 that we were doing before. Alright, so what do we have here? We have to choose an ability. Deadly aim, precise shot, rapid shot, and then one of these. I think I'm going to go with maybe you can shoot or throw ranged weapons at an opponent engaged in melee without taking the standard -4 on your attack roll. Huh, I think I'm going to go with that. Sounds good to me. And it looks like we can level everybody up. Well, I guess I will probably break off the episode here, guys and gals. There'll be another one in a few days to follow, and I'll probably play around with this for a fair few episodes. I'm not going to play... I don't know how much content we have access to as part of the alpha, but say there was like 7 hours of the alpha that we could play. I don't know how much of the storyline that would be, how much is going to change through from alpha to beta and then from beta to full release. But if the rough storyline stays the same, I don't really want to go through it like 4 different times to showcase everything that's going on. So I'll probably only play, we'll say, somewhere between 3 or 4 episodes, something like that. I'll say 3 to 5. I'm leaning toward 3. And then when it goes into beta, we'll play it again, see what's changed, and so on and so forth. And then when the game finally releases, we'll hopefully have a good enough understanding of how the game works that we'll be able to grab whatever character we want and just hop in and start playing right away without having to go through a lot of the other stuff. Though, at the same time, I may choose to do a separate video on the character creation, the party, and all that stuff, just to give, you know, kind of the full informative, tutorialized type thing at the beginning of the series. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys and gals. The game looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to playing it. It looks good. It looks like it's going to be fun. I like pretty much everything that I've seen so far, and I can't wait to see more. So, again, tell me your thoughts down below. I'll have links in the description of the video as much as I can to get as much info to you guys as I can. And go ahead and like the video. Again, comment, and I will see you in the very next episode. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.